This week, I'm back to testing my vertical jump again after last week's calf injury. But did I improve? What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of my 36-inch max vertical jump challenge by my 54th birthday, which is on January 7th. Last week, unfortunately, I had to skip vertical jump testing due to a calf injury, but I worked around it, adjusted my training, did some recovery, and I'm very grateful that I'm feeling really close to 100% again. In this episode, I'm going to show you some training highlights, answer more questions that you've submitted, and then finally, I'll reveal my latest vertical jump test using the Vert Trainer. Let's get into it. This is the very first workout of the week. I adjusted things to be off 2 feet. Normally I would do 1 foot jump rope and just wanted to be safe, so adjusted this to be a 2 foot exercise and it felt good. Same thing with stair hops. I normally do this on 1 foot and wanted to just do it on 2 feet just to not do anything to aggravate that right calf. My big lift for this workout was the back box squat. I was able to go up on the weight from 215 to 225 pounds, so that was good. However, I was supposed to hit 6 reps, and I was only able to hit this for 3, so got some work to do there. Then moved to some single leg calf raises, really trying to get that right calf feeling good, and this didn't cause any pain, so that was a really good sign. A few days later, I moved into the next workout, and I was able to do single leg jump rope. These felt great, which was a really good sign. I wasn't able to do that a few days earlier. Then I was also able to do some sprinting. I wasn't going 100%, I only went about 80%. But on the first day, just a few days earlier, there was no way I was going to be able to sprint. There was just too much pain in that right calf. So I was making some good progress on how my body was healing. The big lift for this workout is the rear foot elevated split squat, or Bulgarians. And I'm really pushing hard on this. This is an exercise that I really want to push as hard as I can. And I'm supersetting this with elevated split squats. This exercise is actually a lot harder than it looks. It really challenges your balance and your mobility. And it's just a great exercise though, and I like doing it as a superset with those Bulgarians. Great workout. All right, time for Q&A. First question is a really easy one. What is your standing reach? 93 inches, which is 7'9". Next question, do you try to do your jumps on wood flooring to reduce impact, or do you train on concrete as well? So I use both. I'm not scared, or I don't try and avoid concrete per se. If I have the choice, I'll choose wood, but I do a lot of the training that I'm doing right now in the driveway, my jump rope, some of the other plyometrics. I do my sprints in the road in front of my house. The jump session I just did was on some form of concrete. So if I have the choice, I'm going to go with wood, but I don't avoid it because I'm worried about injuries or reducing impact. I think if you're healthy enough to jump, you should be able to jump really on any surface. All right, last question for today. I'm 43 and only do a couple of 2-hour sessions of basketball a week and constantly have injury setbacks of weeks and months. How do you avoid getting injuries and deal with pain management at that age? So what you're saying is I'm really old, and you're right. I think that because of the training that I do, it actually allows me to play basketball. I noticed in my 30s, when I didn't know anything about knee isometrics and some of the things that I do now to help my body feel better, and I was just playing basketball, I actually had more knee pain and probably more of, I think, what you're experiencing. So this person, I would guess, I don't know for sure, but it may be that they're not doing anything else and just playing basketball. And if that's all I did, I think I would also be dealing with lots of injuries and pain. So my recommendation is, if you are more of just like a basketball player and you're dealing with a lot of injuries, you should really explore some other training that you could be doing, such as strength training and isometrics that would actually help you to be able to play more basketball and have less injury and less pain. But it's the training that I'm doing that actually allows me to keep doing. Vert testing for week 3, starting things off with standing vert, going for 9'8" or 23 inches, going for 9'9", which is 24 inches, now going for 9'10", which is 25 inches. If you remember from my day 1 test, this is what I got, was 25 inches or touching 9'10". I missed this the first 2 times. Third time I barely got it. I was happy. It's 25 inches. Now going for 9'10.5". Not quite. Only tried this one time. Got it about as close as you can get without actually touching it. Definitely gonna be able to get that much higher in the weeks to come. But I was very happy with this. This is same number I got a few weeks ago, but coming off a calf injury, I'm outside. I feel like this is actually a really solid number for this day. Moving to max vert test. This is 10 feet or 27 inches. My right calf was feeling just fine, so I raised it up a little bit more, 28 inches. Now going for 29 inches or 10.2. This is 10.3 or 30 inches. Calf was still feeling fine, so I kept going up. This is 10.4 or 31 inches. Missed, and then missed again, and actually just kept missing. And I tried this several times and just was not quite able to get 10.4 on this day. So week 3 test ended up with touching 10.3, which is 30 inches. This is actually down 2 inches from my day 1 test where I touched 10.5 for 32 inches. And some of you might be going, oh no, it's not working, or this may happen to you and you might want to quit your training or switch to a new program. And what you should know is this is actually pretty normal. Also, it's a very different training environment. Before I was on wood inside, I was playing basketball games. I had a lot of adrenaline. It was a hype environment. This is outside by myself, and I'm coming off an injury. So this is actually a very solid test, at least I felt like it was. And the reality is you just don't jump your highest every single time you jump. But I know this is going to go up in the weeks to come, and I'm super excited. That's going to do it, guys, for episode 3. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe and tell a friend, and have a friend tell a friend. You know how this works. And if you have any questions, leave them below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear how your training is going. And let's keep working. Stay young, work hard, go get your dreams. Let's get after it. I'll see you guys in the next week.